life forces you to rebrand yourself or reintroduce yourself to the world, whether you want to or not. Sometimes we're forced into these situations.
Yeah, because you get hit with like surprises in your life, you know what I mean? And it forces you to think about certain things, right?
Yeah.
So,
and a lot of times you either do this private or publicly, you know. And,
how do you feel about that when people do their rebrand publicly? Like in terms of like, you know, I'm doing this publicly or stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not that type of person anyway. So I just figured like, I don't care if anybody does it publicly, but I know some people find it cringy. Yeah. Right? That's the word.
I mean, I think whatever works for you, do it. Some people need that to hold themselves accountable. You know, they need to put it out there to be like, yo, I said this, so I got to do it.
But when you put it out there, right, you subject yourself open to questioning, right? My issue is with this. This is my issue. This is why I asked you. Yeah. If I'm doing something privately, nobody knows about it, no one can question about me, but I'm pretty self-disciplined anyway, right? But if I ask you a question about it, you get offended by it. It's not because I'm trying to hate on it. It's because I actually pay attention to what you're doing. And I ask you, hey, you haven't done this in a while. Why not? Yo, you hating. I'm not hating. I'm just asking you, why haven't you gone to the gym or whatever you were doing for 3 months? Yeah. Or have you stopped posting it? Have you whatevs? And then this is the reason why you can't question anybody anymore. Just stay in your own lane. Just stick to yourself. Yeah. But I think that.
But I would think if somebody publicly announces like any changes that they're going to do, I would think that they're open to the questioning, or they're inviting you in.
I would hope
to their journey.
I would hope.
I would hope
put it on put on close stories.
You know, yeah, yeah. But I would say, you know, the premise, or I guess the framework of this episode is, or what this episode was inspired by, is by Gunna. Both of us love his music, and I personally like what he's been doing with his brand, because at first I wasn't even a fan. You know,
I don't even want to. I don't.
So shout out to you.
I've stayed loyal to Gunna throughout his public controversies that he, you know, these are all public, so everybody knows what he's gone through, but we're not here to rehash it. But I've stayed loyal to him since he had his first, second, third mixtapes, his albums, and then, you know, he went away for a little bit and then came back out. Mike was not on the train.
I'm gonna tell you one thing, and both of us are not street dudes. You know, at all. We don't live by any code. But just, you know, being a fan of hip hop, and I'm like, okay, this is what it's supposed to be. If you're a hood rapper, street rapper, there's codes to this. So when the whole YSL case came out and what it deemed as him being snitching, I was like, man, I can't even listen to it. I don't even know why I said it. I guess I'm gonna admit it. I was going along with the crowd, which most of us tend to do. You know, I don't do that often, but in this one, I was like, oh, I'm not listening to any snitch.
I stayed headstrong to Gunna. But let me on that premise, right? Yeah. When I think the code is the general code, and I'm not a street dude, not to snitch on your homies, or not to snitch at all, right? You have to start from that premise. Yeah. And like, I think I heard one time, I forgot who said it. They were like, would you snitch on somebody who did this, that, or the other, right? Like things that were very negative to your life. Yeah. They're like, nah. And they're like, are those your homies if they do this? Are those your homies if they do that? And the person said, no, no, no. Then how am I snitching on my homies? How did I break any codes? Yeah. I'm not staying in jail for somebody who's not looking out for my best interests. You know what I mean? Like that's already tough enough to go to jail for even if you're doing it for a loved one. Yeah. Let alone somebody who doesn't have your interest. But look, ever since he's came out, there has been a rebrand. So
yeah, and I think he's done it quietly. He has not been on he's not been on any podcasts. He's not had any interviews talking about the situation. He's only just shown love to Young Thug. And even, I think recently he had a concert and he was rapping Young Thug's lyrics and vibing to it and all of that. You know what I mean? So
I think Young Thug has a different perspective.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's you know, there's things that I think this situation, he went to jail, he came out, got a trainer, got in shape, got focused, and kind of just was doing the work. Like he didn't even announce, hey, I'm healthy now, I'm going to the gym. It's just, you could see it.
You can see it.
You can see it, yeah.
The work is showing for itself, right? Yeah. And I think that's the best type of rebrand, right?
The amount of music.
Oh yeah, the music has been popping.
The lifestyle change.
He's not doing the lean anymore. Yeah. I think he said he stopped doing weed and just not smoking as much anymore. I mean, he just did at the time of this podcast recording, he just did the flag football in London, where he captained his own team against H. So he's getting more global. He's doing a lot more sponsorships. He's trying to like break out.
Under Armour deal.
Yeah, the Under Armour deal. He's trying to break outside of the mold. And I think that's part of that, right? Do you feel like in order for you to shed and evolve, you have to lose something? But I don't think he lost who he is as a person. I think he just changed the people he was surrounding himself by. Yeah. And that's shown, you can't be in certain societies and expect certain outcomes. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think being personal to it here, like my evolution coming back to New York, I don't hang out with the same people I hung out with from before I left. Yeah. Because that was not conducive to my lifestyle now. Right. Like, so I don't do certain things anymore. I don't partake in certain activities anymore. So me and those people don't really have, and there's no offense to them. We just don't have anything in common. Right. Yeah. Like they kind of just stayed back in 2016 when I left, or 17, and they never evolved to 2025, 2026. That's about to be now. Right. So I think just like how your skin sheds fully every 7 years, I think you have to always take stock of, am I making the same mistakes? Do I still have the same habits? Right. It's always time for you to always self-evaluate and just take an assessment of yourself as to what I need to do to rebrand.